Thanks for joining us today on Up in the Valley. With us first, Salt Lake Community College student Brittany Evans. So hi, Brittany.
Hi, Nick. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you.
Good. So you are the president of the Campus Environmental Club?
Yes, I am.
And that's a new club?
Yes, it is.
So for a place to jump in here, and I want to talk about the club, but for a place to jump in, tell me how you sort of got yourself to this green place to start this club, and what are you studying here too?
Well, I'm studying 2 different degrees in international studies and in environmental studies, with language kind of pushed in between all of that. It's fun. Honestly, I started the club with the idea of a business. I have a business idea kind of going, as well as the environmental club going, and they're both based off of the same concept of just being extremely efficient and green and kind of being aware. And I knew that a big part of getting people to recycle, I knew that was a huge problem. It was to educate people, because they didn't know, and they weren't aware of the things they could recycle, how they could recycle, what the point of it even was. You know, they just, you know, there's even myths going around that it costs more energy to recycle than it does to get material from the forest, from raw material, and it blew my mind. So I came to the community college, and it dawned on me that I needed to start a club. I needed to raise education and awareness. So I started not efficiency, that's my business, the environmental club here on the college.
And so the environmental club, your focus, at least here at the beginning, is campus recycling?
Yes.
So tell me about that.
We were granted $6,000 at the very beginning of the semester to buy bins for the whole student center, and if we could push the funds out even more for the whole Redwood campus, but it's quite a big campus, so and there's not, you know, there weren't enough people to be running that yet. But right now we are focusing on getting recycling out for the whole community, not just the faculty, because the school is recycling and it's all in the offices and the faculty see it, the students just don't see it.
Right.
And to get people to recycle more outside of school, we're also educating and bringing up awareness of why they should be recycling here at the campus and outside at home.
So the bins, you've got this startup money, so to speak, to use a business term. You've got bins here at Redwood and maybe a couple other campuses. So what are we talking about? Paper?
Yes.
Cans?
Yes.
Glass?
No.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Metal?
Plastic.
Plastic, okay. Paper,
aluminum, and paper, cardboard, metal if we can. We're trying to upgrade that as well.
But I mean, to me, that makes an awful lot of sense at a campus. You've got an awful lot of soda cans, right, and Red Bull cans. You've got an awful lot of paper. Probably got cardboard. I mean, it seems like kind of a no-brainer.
You would think so. You would think it would be a no-brainer, but you know, it's a lot of problems today is that businesses, organizations are being told it's going to cost you a lot of money to recycle. You need to buy new bins, you need to raise awareness and education, you need to do all these things. And we actually found an easy way to go around buying all these wonderful new expensive bins, and it was to actually get wraps and reuse the same bins to make them recycling instead of just garbage. So we're going to wrap the bins, we're going to make them kind of a whole new visual and try to get people to start looking at what bins, what you can throw and what. So
to recycle plastic, rather than going and buying a plastic bin, you can get an existing trash bin and repurpose it.
Exactly.
You can rebadge it, rebrand it.
Exactly. Yep.
Interesting. So that's your idea?
That is the idea right now, yeah. We're trying to kind of play off of that so we can take the money that we have and spread it as far and wide as we can, and hopefully get recycling up on the 3 main campuses and student centers of the Redwood campus, Jordan, and South City. So
that'd be the 3 biggest.
Yep.
That'd be a great place to start. And what's the success rate so far? I mean, how big's your club?
Our club is growing daily. We are getting daily emails of people asking me what we're doing. We have every meeting, we have about 3 new people at least coming in, and that's a great sight to see. That gives me a lot of hope and a lot of faith for spreading the education awareness, because people are coming into the club to find out more. And so far we've had about 90 to 100 new people in the past month and a half come and be interested in our club.
Wow. I mean, you got to be the biggest club on campus.
I don't even know what the biggest club on campus is, but we grew fast.
So, you mentioned earlier this sort of the economic downside. Oh, you're going to have to pay to recycle and it costs so much.
Right.
So how do you answer like the ordinary Joe or Jane on campus? Like, well, what can I do? I can throw out a tin can. I mean, there's a lot of that. Like, as an individual, what can I do?
And that's exactly the purpose of recycling. Everybody can recycle, and no one really knows. I mean, if I were to walk up to a student and say, hey, even a faculty member, say, hey, did you know that every year since 1992, 14 billion tons of trash was being thrown into our oceans? Most people look at me when they say that and go, is that illegal? No, obviously not. And now we're sitting with about 260 billion tons of trash floating from, it's about the point of Hawaii, the east side of Hawaii, all the way to Japan. And it's double the size of the US continent and 10 meters deep. And it is nothing but garbage.
It's an ocean garbage island.
It's very sad. And so people don't realize that just by taking their paper and their plastic and aluminum and just putting them in 3 different bins, that they can help save that. They can help save the earth in very many, many different ways.
One step at a time, in other words.
One step in a yes.
So in terms of doing this now, and we've only got a couple minutes left, but in terms of getting this going, how would you rate sort of the college administration as a whole in terms of supporting what you're trying to do?
I've been surprised, because when I first came to the school this semester and I was getting into it and people were helping me, guiding me to who to talk to for what, I got a lot of help from administration, but I was told the complete opposite. I was told to expect...
oh, interesting.
Yeah, I was told to expect a lot of people who were kind of against it or stopping it, and I didn't understand that, but I think the difference is that plenty of students and clubs have tried to stand up, is what I'm hearing, but no one came in with a plan. And when you came in with a plan, that it changed everything. People looked at it differently.
And you had a plan.
And I had a plan. So the administration has been wonderful. The faculty has helped me a lot.
That's good news.
So, yes.
So we've only got less than a minute left. What's next for you?
Well, we're working on campaigns for the campus right now. We're starting in about a week and a half to start putting bins out there and getting the campaigns going to raise the education and awareness of importance of recycling.
So 1st of March, more or less.
Yes.
From then on, students can recycle much more easily on the 3 main campuses.
Hopefully.
Cool.
That's what we're hoping for.
Well, Campus President, Environmental Club, Brittany Evans, thank you very much for joining us, and best wishes.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you.
Keep it tuned. This is Up in the Valley. This is SLCC TV. We'll be right back.